Hi everyone, and welcome to our weekly video for English 108. Today we're going to be discussing point of view and your black cat LRL. So in this video, we get to analyze narrative point of view in a short story, define and analyze an unreliable narrator, review the black cat LRL question, discuss how do you determine if someone is reliable or unreliable, and what are some ways you can tell if you can trust someone. So, narrators' reliability, starting with reliable narrators. They are ones that we can depend on to tell the truth as far as they know it. The information they share is correct and can be trusted. You might not even notice a reliable narrator because he or she blends right in with the story to put the reader at ease. Reliable narrators can be used to tell a story that is hard to believe. Now, an unreliable narrator, they might be ignorant, confused, dishonest, or cruel. They probably don't realize that they are unreliable. Sometimes they show the story from a perspective of someone who doesn't know exactly what's going on in the whole story. Unreliable narrators might build suspense or might tell a story from a point of view of someone who is lying or someone who is evil. This gives the story a twist. More on unreliable narrators. They tell stories from a first-person point of view. They are the ones who are going to choose which details they want to share with the reader. They're going to share what they know. They might withhold information. They're going to hide their own flaws and then, of course, keep the readers in the dark. So why might an author use an unreliable narrator? An author might use one to tell a story from a point of view of someone who is lying or evil, to show the story from the perspective of someone who does not have a full understanding of a situation, or to build suspicion or suspense on part of the reader. So when you're looking at a narrator, how do you analyze? Are they reliable or not? So you're going to identify your narrator, look at who he or she is, or what point of view did the author use. Then you're going to identify the parts of the story that show the narrator is reliable or unreliable, and then identify the effects the narrator has on the story. And you're going to be doing this when you are reading the story by Edgar Allan Poe, The Black Cat. When you're reading the story, make sure you take notes on the plot line. So exposition, rising action, and the complicating incident, the climax, falling action, and resolution. Also ask yourself, who is the narrator? What point of view is he talking from? I put an audio link to the story in your class plan if you want to listen to The Black Cat. So make sure to check that out. Again, just a reminder of the plot diagram. Exposition, setting, where does it take place, who are the characters, what is that rising action that builds up to your climax, that goes down to the falling action, what comes out of your climax, and then what's the resolution at the end of your story. Make sure to take notes on this when reading The Black Cat. Your Black Cat LRL. The question is, what effects does first-person narrator have on the reader in the short story The Black Cat by Edgar Allan Poe? Of course, you need to use evidence from the text to support your response. And like normal, I'm asking you guys to color code your LRL entry. So topic sentence in red, supporting sentences in blue, and your closing sentence in green. Make sure you're using that race writing strategy. So restate the question, answer the question in all its parts, cite evidence from the text, and explain your evidence. And more on your LRL is going to be graded on the following. Is a solid paragraph length of a minimum of 5 sentences, color-coded, contains evidence and thoughtful analysis, each entry answers a question asked, and each entry contains a proper sentence structure written in third person, again using that race writing strategy. So what's next? We will review The Black Cat and your LRL requirements in Tuesday's class. So make sure you've read or listened to the story before coming to class. Remember to take notes, and I'll see you on Tuesday.